What's up, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of the SoundNerds podcast. I'm your host for the podcast, Kyle, and today I'm joined by Liam.
Hello.
He's finally here. He finally made it for one. You did it. Yay.
Yeah.
And today what we're going to talk about is Transformers, specifically the movie franchise, and what we feel like they should make or should do, or what we would like to see from the franchise from now on since Bumblebee came out, since they're kind of rebooting it with that anyway, by the looks of things. So before we get started, for Bumblebee, I loved it, for it was great. I think it's the best one they've done, with just how they did the characters and stuff. You saw it at the same time. What did you think about it?
We both went, and just the first 50 minutes of it, sort of died inside, bit of joy and fangasms.
Nerdgasm.
Yeah, just straight up, the moment the film starts is you see the company's logos, and it's like, yay, and then it just goes straight into the fight, and you're like, what the fuck, yay!
It's Transformers. It's exactly how it should be.
When you see all the original characters, and then just Prime, you hear his voice before you see him, and you're like, yay!
So what we're going to talk about is just where we'd like to see it going, so I can start with that if you want, or do you want to go?
We can just start with yours.
Right, cool. Well, what they're doing first, by the looks of it, is a Bumblebee sequel with Optimus Prime apparently going to be his side character, which is quite cool, and I think that's going to be their next one, because that's what they've started developing. So they probably won't move on to anything else until that. But the next thing I think they should do is just full-on reboot the bloody thing, because Bumblebee contradicts so much in the Michael Bay movies. There's going to be spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen Bumblebee, probably best not to listen to this. Just a warning before I jump into what I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, you have a chance to leave.
Yeah, I was going to ask that, because some of the things I want to bring up, if you haven't seen the movie, just they're big spoilers.
They're going to be gone. So what I think you should do after Bumblebee 2 is just reboot the whole thing. Contradicts all of the Michael Bay stuff. Like, we see Optimus saying, before he sends Bumblebee away, that he's found a planet called Earth. So that sounds like it's the first time they found it.
Doesn't he say their text E something and a bunch of numbers, and then he says called Earth?
Yeah, it's
or all known as Earth.
I think he just
he says the coordinates.
He says that one's good as well because humans on it, and they're not going to do much to them, even though they're shooting the fuck out of them. But so him saying that sounds like it's the first time they found the planet, because Cybertron is just at the brink of
collapse, and they've just found this little safe haven, and it's okay, we need to go there now. Yeah,
because Cybertron's the Autobots are about to be wiped out at the end of it, so he sends them all away. So they can maybe come back and try and take their planet back again. So it sounds like they found it for the first time. Plus, when Bumblebee lands there, John Cena's character is a part in that Sector 7, they all panic and shoot the crap out. Yeah, you can't see him the whole time.
Don't say us.
Yeah, when he lands in front of them, they all panic. I don't know what he is, and they all shoot him because they're like, "Yeah, just kill the thing. There's a robot that fell from the sky."
Then Starscream's twin brother comes out of nowhere,
who's kind of coloured the same way, but yeah, he's not Starscream. We see him now.
He has a cool voice, though.
Blitzwing's cool. His voice is really cool. Plus, he looks awesome. Yeah, cool fight scene though. But when he lands, Sector 7 don't know what he is, even though they apparently have Megatron as a big icicle in their base. So it contradicts that as well, because if they don't know what they are, even though they're meant to have Megatron there, doesn't add up.
You don't see Megatron in the movie. That's
you don't. But I mean, they're meant to have them in their base. So if they panic and don't know what they are, and even when Decepticons show up, they're don't know if they can trust them, and they're a bit wary to even go near them because they don't know what they are.
In Michael Bay films, it's they've already established they've spent decades trying to
and they help King Arthur out and all this stuff.
Trying to recreate the stuff they had, the power and everything. And in this film, it's the main people on the main bases. This is their first time seeing their technology and everything. So it's sort of they've not got Megatron. Do they have him? We don't know. So
that's why I think they just need to reboot it, because too much of it's contradicted. I don't think they can connect it at all now, even though they made Bumblebee in the same car he is in the first one. But when you see him in robot form, when Optimus and all that come to Earth, his design's still different. He looks better than the Michael Bay one, even though he's the same car.
It's a bit like what I said during the films while they're on Cybertron at the start, they still have all their vehicle forms, and it looks like what they would be on Earth. But when they transform, it's not. It's their Cybertron looks. So Starscream and I don't know if it's Thundercracker.
Thundercracker is one of them. I forget that one.
Or and Skyquake. I think it might be him. When they transform into like the pointy triangles.
Yeah, which is exactly what they are.
When I saw that in the film, I was like, they're doing their first like Gen 1.
But I've kind of had a story idea. It's kind of basically what they'll go for, what everyone will think about anyway. But I think that story-wise, saying Bumblebee 2 with Optimus, somehow the Decepticons find out where they are, because obviously that plan failed in Bumblebee. But let's say at the end of Bumblebee 2, they somehow learn where they are, so the Decepticons know. That means Big Boss Megatron knows, and of course he's going to be going to Earth because he knows Prime's now. He wants to kill him. It's his rival.
I've just thought of stuff, and I want to see how they work in with the TV series, how Megatron's like one of the biggest Decepticons, yet when he transforms, he's a tiny handgun.
Teeny little gun.
And then in one stage, he becomes a tank.
Yeah, he's quite weird in that cartoon.
He can transform into like a tripod tank or a gun.
Yeah. Sweet. But I think if they find out who they are in the Bumblebee 2, they'll be coming to Earth, so the first reboot Transformer movie with everybody, with a new art style, and films that actually have heart and a soul and not just explosions.
I think we both squeaked when Soundwave came on screen and went Ravage, and Ravage came out of his chest.
He sounds exactly the same. Some reason on Cybertron he's still a tape deck.
And he came out like a tape deck.
Yeah.
Just for a small frame, you see like this small tape come out, but as it was coming out, it was also transforming, but you could tell the shape of what it was.
You can tell they actually cared about it, which is good. So I hope they continue in that. But
Shockwave sounded like he did. That Shockwave's voice,
big purple triangle.
With the one eye head.
Yeah, he sounded the same.
He sounded the same, and when he pointed forward and told them to get them, it was just like I was like, yes, thank you, we needed this.
So the reboot could just be a Decepticon invasion. When they know what they are, they're going, alright, let's go kill these fucks. So they can get rid of the Autobot resistance and make Cybertron their own planet, so they take control of it. So they'll just be coming to Earth, and of course, Bumblebee and Optimus, who... Bumblebee's been there since, been there with Charlie. Optimus is apparently going to be in Bumblebee 2, so of course they're going to feel for Earth. They're going to want to protect it.
Spoilers at the end, like, when Bumblebee goes away from Charlie and he goes off on his own, he meets Optimus Prime actually in the forest, so he's on Earth.
Yeah, so they're all there,
and
so it's perfect.
It ends with them looking up and you see what looks like the escape pods of all the other all the main characters.
So everyone's leading up to a big Transformers movie.
Hopefully Jazz doesn't die.
I don't think, is Jazz even there?
Yeah, Jazz was in the first one. He gets ripped in half by like Megatron.
I don't know about me than Bumblebee. I don't think he's on Cybertron at all. He's probably somewhere after.
I don't think you see him, but like RC, I don't know if it was Bulkhead or Ironhide.
Ironhide is a big red. Did you see Ratchet? So they're all there. They're all on Earth now.
Yeah, you saw the ones in the background, and you could sort of make out the shape. Wheeljack was there. He was the one that turned around, and he's got the weird bits and the thing covering his whole face.
Weird ear things. So they're all there, so Optimus and that are going to feel for humanity and going, okay, we're living here now, people let us in, they're fine with us, they've leave us alone, and our war's coming, so we're going to have to protect them so we can, not as a thank you, like as in, you helped us survive, so we're going to stop these guys trying to take over your planet. So I think the reboot could just be them invading and then them trying to stop them. There's probably going to be something involved there, like a bigger reason. So it's not just them fighting the whole movie. There'll be something there, but yeah, I think the first step they should do after Bumblebee 2, if that's the next one, is just reboot the thing, because you can't connect it anymore, and the way they went with Bumblebee, with the style, how it felt, like it had heart and stuff, it's the best way to go with Transformers, so yeah.
There was a lot of funny bits, but it was like warm-hearted funny bits.
Yeah, the film had heart and feeling and a soul, because people cared about.
And there's no like real big awkward moments where it's like, you sit, watch it and go cringe, it's like... You would cringe and go, the scene made sense, but I don't want to watch it again. There was none of that. And I do want to know how like Optimus Prime came to Earth, because like I would like to see him. He brought the Ark at the main big half circle ship. Mm-hmm. I would like to see like that's how he got off the planet. Like all the the tower with the escape pods fell and crumbled,
and he jumped off
to attack them.
So I wonder how he got off. Yeah, good point.
and that was the last. I think he mentioned in it like this was our last chance of escape. So that must have been the last tower or place.
Last escape pod things. For
So how did he get off and he's on Earth all perfectly fine? So it's like he must have took a ship.
They might do that in Bumblebee too. They might maybe cut back to what he did, and then the bridge scene when they like drive next to each other.
I would like it if they ended. If the start of the second film was like it starts with like B asks for the radio how did he get there,
What
and like
stuff,
it skips to like later that day
Does
and he takes them to the Ark ship that's maybe crashed or that.
Yeah,
and then maybe
the
the movie then starts after that, like maybe half a year later.
But does that work for everybody else who lands? Because they land in escape pods. So, but I can't remember all of them. Did they send all of them away at the start? I can't remember if all of them went.
Well, most of them were there. Not every single one, because a few came later, I'm sure, during the series. But most of them were there.
Yeah, but I mean the ones we see. So I'm trying to think if wherever they went, they put it off somewhere, and then the pod. They got maybe they can reuse it more than once. So maybe they got back in it and keep my Earth.
The amount of pods that were sent out was like the amount you saw coming to Earth was like there was like half.
Five, maybe? I can't remember.
Maybe 5 or 6 or 7, while at the start you see like tons of them going off and on and off.
Yeah, so maybe Bumblebee too, we'll see what happened to Optimus and how they got there, because if they've been floating to Earth since Optimus sent them away, they took a long time.
Mm.
But so that's my first thought, is they should just make a reboot movie. What do you feel like they should do next?
Yeah, and just like continue the story and maybe follow TV show, but also make their own thing. So sort of mix them both.
Some good stories in the series anyway. So
because like I don't know if this was a full story, but Ratchet helped make the Dinobots.
I can't remember the show at all.
Because
so
in the series,
all this is going to be new.
in the series, Ratchet learns about how they were great because they needed power and they needed strength because the Decepticons' numbers in the series were getting bigger and larger, and they were farming more energon and taking out weapons and making more weapons. And they were lacking in numbers, and the whole episode was dedicated showing the Autobots saying we need more strength, we need more power, we're not as strong as them, we don't have the numbers.
Right.
And Ratchet researches dinosaurs, great creatures and beasts, and he uses some like not nuclear energy, but it's like the energy from the volcano.
Right.
To power up his machines for him to actually be able to create them. But when they created them, he wasn't in control of them, and they nearly killed everyone. And they locked them away and like shut them off.
Alright. It's been that long since I've seen any episodes. Plus, your brain takes in everything.
But there was never a Spinosaurus ever. I don't ever remember unless he came in the comics.
There was one of them in game, like the 4th movie, right?
In the Michael Bay one, there was like a Spinosaurus,
right.
Which I've never seen or heard.
So there's another thing you just made up.
Possibly.
Right, so is that what you want? Basically, just want them to mix in show stuff in the next movies?
I would like to see them what they would do with it, and have it like where there's not going to be like a 10-year gap or stuff, and it's relatively shortly after that, and seeing how they would handle creating a base and then preparing, because the other Decepticons will know their first scout, like B killed, will send a message. The other 2 new Decepticons that were in the movie were looking for B. They knew he was on Earth, but they didn't know where, and they knew he was hiding.
Well, they didn't. Well, they found out he was there.
When, unfortunately, Cliffjumper finally made an appearance. Ever. His first ever movie. Spoiler, he dies.
Yeah, he gets sliced in half.
Yeah, he gets sliced in half. He gets stabbed once and then gets like sort of like, oh yeah.
But yeah, he basically tells them, so that's how they know where Bumblebee was.
And it was Charlie's fault. Remember she turned them on, and she turned on the radio, and by accident it sent...
Well, him just turning on, so that was just him doing it.
I don't know if it was a signal he was supposed to send before he turned off, so before he went and shut down.
Probably.
And as he turned back on, it turned on.
Yeah. Right, so more show stuff, that makes perfect sense now. Since the show's like the biggest, on the best representation of most of them, so having more stuff than that in the movies is a good idea. I think think Travis Knight might do that anyway, and the guy who directed Bumblebee, because it seems like he knows what he's doing with them.
He done like a really good job.
Yeah, because Bumblebee felt like Bumblebee. Optimus, even though he's not terrible in other movies, I feel like he just got him better in this. The Decepticons are fucking awesome. Like the ones we saw.
Those two new ones, like...
The triple changer thingies.
Yeah,
because they're like cars.
Like the twins.
Yeah.
It's a bit funny, it's like they felt old, but they felt new at the same time. Like,
yeah.
Because they were new characters, they feel like they were from the modern day Michael Bay ones, but it's like they were in the style of like what they would look like if they were transformed into vehicles in the 80s. It's just they had that more newer, sleeker, like the metal bends in to make more of a form of a shape rather than being all square and clunky built. Like the original others.
So it feels like show stuff's the next best thing.
I do love how I'm sure like RC said a few lines in it, like she said a few lines like there's more coming or like stuff and
she was an actual character.
It was the RC from the original ones, the pink female tall bot.
Yeah, when there's only one RC and not 3 motorbikes.
Yeah, that was shit.
Let's have RC be 3 people, but then kill them all.
Purple, red and blue, and let's have them all get shot in the face.
Right,
there's a lot of things I hate about the Michael Bay films.
There's a lot of Transformers fans hate it.
The first one was good.
I like the first.
I will say that. The first one and the second one was okay.
The second one's the worst one. One of them.
Last Night we won't talk about.
I haven't even seen that. I don't want to because the stuff I've heard just. Oh.
Do you know how the reference in Dragon Ball Z timelines are bullshit?
Yeah.
That's the Last Night. I've not seen it, but that's what my dad and my friends say.
Well, what we've read about it sounds really dumb. So the next point that I think they should do eventually, because I think they'll kickstart with other spin-offs and Transformer movies on Earth. But what I would love, and what I know a couple of people would really like, is a Cybertron movie. When they're just on Cybertron, it's not at the stage of them leaving, it's not completely fucked.
Maybe they start on the middle of the war to see how much it progressed.
Yeah, but I would like early day stuff where it's kind of
Megatron was good.
Yeah, oh well.
And he turned evil.
But I mean, when they weren't fighting each other, the Autobots and Decepticons weren't split. They were just a race of Transformers. There was no like divide or anything. I feel like that would be cool, and then to see what the hell happened because it's changed and stuff. Like what happened in the series is different. There's comics that say different stuff happened. So a lot of things that went wrong because isn't there like stories where Optimus and Megatron are like really good friends at the start?
Mostly like through the games like The Fall and The War for Cybertron, the older games and the TV series like Transformers Prime, Beast Wars and that, they talk about how Prime was called Orion.
Yeah,
and I don't know if Megatron was always Megatron had another name but I can't remember it. But Orion and Megatron were best friends, and like Orion was more of a librarian. He was a scholar. He wasn't a fighter. He was like a pacifist.
Right.
And Megatron was like, I like to do gladiator fights, and he did do that because they had big like, competitions and men at arms stuff. And for some reason, Megatron saw Orion as like the closest thing to a friend he had, and they were quite close. And the sort of it's like an academy / sentinel like building with all of Cybertron's history and their knowledge and power. And Orion worked there, and he didn't know it, but the people that like had certain commands and posts were actually sort of keeping an eye on and sort of tutoring Orion because they wanted him to be the next Prime. And Megatron wanted to be Prime, but not to have the name of Prime. He just wanted the power, and the strength that you get from it.
Isn't it like their last Prime or something? Whoever's in charge gets kind of wiped out, and then they give it to him, and then he turns into Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he gives it and nearly gets wiped out, and they go near the core of Cybertron, and in it he passes the power of the Primes to Orion, and the last Prime named Orion, now Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's what a Cybertron movie could do. A lot of backstory, because you brought up the Orion stuff, which is before they're even fighting each other, so that's like way back. And then we could get like them, if they are friends, if they do make a Cybertron movie, You could see what the fuck happens for Megatron to go off, and then when the war started, like battles and stuff involved in it, stuff they're doing. So I think a Cybertron movie would be really cool. Plus, Bumblebee's 5 minutes of it, or 10 minutes of Cybertron, was awesome. Like, the planet looks cool, the war stuff looked pretty cool, because it's just...
The graphics were amazing. Just, though so much shit was happening on screen, they done it in such a perfect, clear way where you could see everything. Yeah. Even make out shapes of iconic, like Decepticon and Autobot characters in the background fighting. You could see certain shapes, like we pointed out in the picture, where there's three Decepticons at the back, but they've got cone heads, and there are specific series of Decepticons where it's like they are quite famous in the comics and everything, and the original series, I think, because I don't know how many. I've not seen the full every single episode of the old series, but see when I start talking about stuff and I really like it comes back to me bit by bit.
Yeah, but all that stuff in a Cybertron movie would be awesome. I just want to see more war stuff, because we always get them. They're always leaving the planet. Every time Transformers is done in a TV show or comics or whatever, well, not every time, because they're continuous stories, but I mean, like, if a new one comes out, you normally see Cybertron stuff at the end of it when they bugger off and land on Earth, and then the war continues in there. I would just like to see more of it on Cybertron, because we don't really know, unless we know why it started in comics and stuff, but movie-wise, we've never seen anything like that, so I feel like a movie just on Cybertron, with them fighting and like flashbacks to the past, where Megatron and that could be friends, what started the war, and just seeing robot action when there's no humans running around, nearly getting killed every time, and then have it like, alright, I'm going to stop Decepticons killing you, it'll just be them beating the shit out of each other around. We'd like to see more of that. Is there any other film stuff you've seen them going, if they rebooted it from here?
In the original TV series, certain characters had episodes fully for them. So they talked about like their position in the war, what they'd done, how they fitted into the group, and what they brought to it. And I quite like those episodes, because it's like it showed you what they could do in a fight on their own if they were against like either a Decepticon or a group of them, and they show off like, just because I'm on my own and I'm maybe smaller than the rest, I'm not going down without a fight.
So do you just want them to make more individual ones? Because Optimus Prime is apparently going to get one down the line. I
would like to do like a miniature version of the Prime series. So the main characters that were in that, so it's like you had like Wheeljack, RC, Bulkhead, Bumblebee, Ratchet. Because Ratchet's character in the Prime series was really good. Like, he was like, it's my favourite Ratchet out of any of like the shows or movies, because they went to in depth with his character, and like he was really smart, and like he knew how to do lots of stuff, how to help people. But when he was like trying to use what he knew to handle Earth things, it turns out he knew a lot less about like Earth things and how they handle things a lot more. So like there was a funny episode where instead of Ratchet helping like the rest of the Autobot team, he helped the three children with doing their like high school like art projects or class projects. So I can't remember the smaller boy, like the youngest out of them, he was going to make like a paper mache like volcano, but like detailed. And Ratchet basically made like a nuclear one. The thing exploded and nearly took out the room.
Fucking hell. But it makes me think, would Ratchet be able to handle a spin-off movie where it's just him, or do you think like some characters need to be?
Well, Ratchet is always known as the medic.
Yeah,
in this movie he can prove he's not just a medic, and because in the Prime series he shows up off a lot. He can fight, especially with Prime, because
Ratchet
Prime's oldest friend that is known the most out of like all the Autobots is Ratchet, and Ratchet's been there since like the start of like the big war and that.
Is there any characters you think would handle a spin-off movie if it's just them on their own? Because Bumblebee worked, but obviously that's sequels are going to have like Optimus in it. It could lead to more people in it. So
RC would be able.
Do you think on their own?
Yeah, because like a lot of people's like, just because she's lassie doesn't mean she can't do anything. But it's like her character isn't the strongest.
Or she's never really been treated like that, no.
Well,
Transformers kind of
like she's never
don't
been
care
like
about that.
she's never been treated that way. But like compared to the airtime and that of like
I suppose. Okay.
because like
So yeah, giving them more time would
certain
be cool.
like I see it as like groups of characters like where it's like these are the main characters, these are the
Side characters.
like the mid main characters, and these are the side characters. And she sort of falls into like she's a mid and side character.
Both kind of factors.
She's
Alright.
there when she's needed when she's there when she's added in.
Yeah.
But if she's not needed, she's not
she's
there.
gone, yeah. What do you think it could be, though, if it was a movie? What would they do if it's just her? Or what would you think would be cool if it's just her split off from everybody else?
I would like a movie similar to like Bumblebee style.
Right.
Her bit in that position. And how she would handle it.
Okay. But I mean, if she's coming to the Earth at the end of Bumblebee, then that maybe won't happen. Or do you mean like maybe she has to go? Maybe like Optimus gives her a mission and she has to leave them.
Maybe like they find an artifact or like another Autobot, like maybe a skateboard lands on Earth, but they don't know if it's a Decepticon or like an Autobot.
Or maybe because
and everybody else
she's
is like busy or has to do these things.
And maybe because she's like
she volunteers to go.
Yeah, and she's always like on bike, so maybe Optimus is like that's the quickest. You go.
Well,
and then it'll split
in
her
the
off.
G1 series, I'm sure she's a small car, like the pink form.
Damn. Alright.
She's
But
like
she's always been a motorbike.
she's like a weird shaped like sports car.
That's completely new with me. See, I haven't watched anything. So yeah, so maybe
she wasn't in the start. She came not near the end of the
show.
The show, but like the mid, and
Right.
then in near the end of the show and in the movie, she did play big roles, especially with Spike.
Right.
She was there a lot with Spike and doing things.
That sounds kind of familiar. So like, so maybe if it is a car, maybe she's just really fast. So Optimus is like, you go deal with that, and then it's her movie.
Because she's also seen as a scout.
Yeah, she's similar to Bumblebee, so that works perfectly for her to go
she's
off and do
smaller
something else.
and more nimble, so she can do like as they showed in the Prime series, she can do stealth missions much better.
Exactly, so maybe she has to get an artifact back, and they don't want anyone to know about it. So maybe she goes and does it. Then obviously bad shit happens because it always does. And the spin-off thing, I'm trying to think who else would work. RC's a choice I didn't think of, so I think that would work if, like we said,
Who was
all the distance have to leave.
Who was the army jeep vehicle in the G1 series?
Oh,
because he's supposed to be quite like along the line of like Ratchet, where he's been in it. He's been in the war. Hound doesn't get as much screen time. He played a big part in the TV series, but not really other TV series or movies or games. He's never really
a forefront character. He's kind of just in there.
There was a similar vehicle like Hound, where the one before the last night, the one with the Dinobots, there was a big fat army type.
That's Hound.
Yeah, Hound was in that, and he played a big role. But
he was in 4 and the last night's the 5th movie. He was in 4 and 5. Yeah, he's kind of
he played a role, but it wasn't the biggest.
Yeah, he's not a big part of it. But it's weird because picking spin-off characters, you have to get to pick characters that make sense to have their own movie. So I don't know what Hound would even need to do to have his own one, because I feel like he works as being a big team member. I don't know who else would do it, because I can't really say Megatron, because if we're doing an Optimus movie, most likely he's going to be there. He's most likely going to be
Soundwave would be able to, because Soundwave is slightly a scout, but a spy.
Right.
And his little mini Decepticons can help him.
Right.
Because in the TV series, Soundwave, when he transforms into an actual human-size cassette.
Cassette player, yeah.
So when he transforms, he shrinks.
Right.
I don't think they fully explain how they work that. I don't know if it's maybe some...
It's Transformers. You don't really have to explain how they turn into cars and such.
They do make a reference to like that, where like that weird spider thing from the first film. Remember when he's in the airplane and he's trying to get all the things, it turns into like a...
cassette, and he hides and stuff, yeah. So, it seems like a lot of scout spy characters would work.
Shockwave would be really interesting, because he makes experiments and tortures, and like he makes...
I always get mixed up, and then...
He makes he plays a lot of a role in actual like Cybertron itself.
Does he not make the...
He makes a portal that brings the Decepticons to the Earth in the original series because he's on the command bridge.
They leave him there, don't they?
They purposely leave him there because he gets commanded as the person in charge of Cybertron.
As they bugger off,
But he's also like a mad scientist, sort of, where he makes creations and he made...
Did he not make the Insecticons?
Yeah, he made them.
That is.
I don't know if he made them out of scratch or he used bits of like dead, like
Kinnear.
Transformers.
I need this guy's head. Let's make you a bug creature. I don't know who else could get a spin-off.
Starscream.
Would that work though? Because I feel like if they did a reboot, it would just be him being the same.
I love the Prime one.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think he would work with a spin-off because he's always like with Megatron and like trying to take over him and pretending to still follow his rules, but also being like, I'm going to take over. So I feel like
for most of the series, on the Prime, the main bad guy was Starscream, and he did a lot of stuff.
All right.
And I can't remember. I don't know if it's Steve Bloom that voice acts him, but it's like he's got this really low, like evil voice, and it's like the best voice in the whole Prime series. Apart from like there's a famous like Optimus Prime in that, but from going from like the high pitched Starscream to like this evil like really.
So maybe instead of a spin off, they could just get the point in movies where he does take over Megatron. He does, because doesn't he like technically kill him in the old before he becomes Galvatron? He gets rid of him, kind of becomes the ruler.
He gets rid of him after injury. Also in the Prime series, multiple times he tries to kill him. Like
that's kind of his thing, trying to take over him.
He does it quite a lot.
Yeah, so maybe instead of spin off, you just make him the main villain of the movie, leading the Decepticons. Because maybe Megatron gets too injured, or Starscream does something to get rid of him. And then he's like in control for a while, and then obviously at the end Megatron will show up and he'll crap his pants again. But I mean, I think that might work better than a spin-off, but there's a lot of characters that I think...
Grimlock would be a good one, because the amount of stuff and information in the games and in the comic books where he has like dedicated like Dinobots comic books where he gets shown that he knows much more than people think he does. Yeah. He's not just, I want to smash things, I want to like, that.
He's not just...
He's actually... when he wants to be, he can be intelligent. He can be helping.
He's not just a big dumb prehistoric robot. So, maybe something happened. Maybe they could make him in later movies. He does his thing, and instead of like sticking with him, he like freaks out and runs away. And the film's like him dealing with trying to figure out what the fuck he's meant to be. I
would like it if like he's the main character, but the other Dinobots are there with him, but they maybe don't. They're not there right at the start. They come halfway through. Yeah, so maybe they join them. Maybe they help him deal with it, because he could just run away because he's just made and he's scared and he thinks he's just a big. And they tell him like he thinks he's just more important than what he is. Yeah. He means a lot to them and to other people. To him when he's first made, he just thinks I'm a big T-Rex. I'm going to break stuff. Yeah, and then after that, he'd be like, what? And then he maybe buggers off, and then when stuff happens with it. Like first made, it's like me smash, just everything. Yeah. And then sadly the first thing he breaks is the telecom main computer of the Arc Bridge. Like he just comes up and goes, me smash, and he just starts destroying the comm computers, and like Ratchet's like screaming, no! Can this get us home? No, it can't. It's like, this thing made me Hulk smash. Yeah, so spin-offs would be good, I agree with that. Maybe characters who don't get enough screen time, we get it. It's a really good idea. I think the stuff I've got for what I think they should do next is really just little things. It's not like big movie ideas, because all I really had was a reboot and a Cybertron movie. But first thing I think, first little small thing I think they should do later on is bring Charlie back. She was really cool in Bumblebee. I felt like she was quite a fun for the most part. But I mean, she's quite a good new character. So I feel like if later on, maybe if they make a new reboot, it's not her, maybe humans aren't really a big deal in it, in the sequel, except for maybe Sector 7 and stuff. Maybe they bring her back, but she comes in later and after they meet Spike. Like, I was maybe thinking, maybe she's been out of the loop for years, she doesn't know where they are or whatever, and then suddenly when... Yeah, she got to the point where it's like, I need to continue with, like, what's important, it's like college. Yeah, she moves on and stuff, and then maybe after a big fighting show, she sees him on TV, like, she sees Bumblebee, and she's like, shit, now I remember him, I remember what happened and stuff, and then maybe she goes and helps him. So I think maybe when she's older,
and goes back to them. It'd be quite a cool reunion to see. Instead of just doing what they did with the other ones, where a human guy has to be with them constantly, because it was Shia LaBeouf for the first three.
Shia LaBeouf.
Then they made it Mark Wahlberg, and then Charlie was in this one with Bumblebee, so maybe it's just the next ones aren't it. So I feel like her being older and coming back later would work, instead of just moving on and getting a new human to be there the whole time. So I feel like getting her back eventually would be cool. Maybe not straight away, because the human factor kind of let down the other ones.
Yeah, they had to slow certain things down, because they can't just chuck a human into like a Decepticon
Yeah.
and Autobot fight.
Well, looking at it, but I mean, really for the most part, it makes sense. Humans are going to be there and they're fighting on Earth, but I mean, the old ones went to the human stuff too much, and a lot of the human stuff was stupid.
Some of them were stupid, some of them made sense.
Yeah.
It's just like, they tried to like show off like, humans aren't just like these like weak things. We can show like, they can do things that would either like double cross or outsmart the Decepticons.
Yeah, so, yeah, I feel like maybe leaving it and bringing her back later would be cool. And like, another small thing is, I would love it if they just gave Bumblebee a damn voice. Because he has it at the start of this. It's a really good voice. If I get the guy's name, I'll put his name up or something on screen if I remember. And the guy who voiced him in Bumblebee at the start was really good. I feel like he fit in the teenager kind of aspect. His voice sounds like if he was to be jokey Bumblebee, like he is most of the time in shows and stuff.
In this series, he was like that.
Yeah, so I feel like this voice, the guy who did his voice, it's Dylan O'Brien. It's something like that.
Bumblebee in the TV series was with Spike a lot, and like when they interacted, they both sounded like they were the same age. They were both like in their late teens.
Yeah, I feel like that guy's voice. It's Dylan O'Brien. I remember now. Pretty sure that's his name. Like his voice fit in that. I feel like because he hasn't had a voice for like 5 movies. I think now and again he's spoken in Michael Bay one, but I mean, it's always the radio stuff. And I feel like if Ratchet's bloody there, surely Ratchet, who's an amazing medic guy, could fix his fucking voice box. Yeah, I would differentiate it more from the Michael Bay stuff if Bumblebee spoke all the time. I feel like doing it in this is alright because it makes sense. None of the stuff in Bumblebee would have worked if he could speak. Because that makes him... Well, because he forgets who he is, his voice gets taken out, he can't tell Charlie what's going on. So a lot of the kind of dog aspects of him in Bumblebee and story points wouldn't work if he could talk. But it would
What's it, lassie? What do you want?
But I mean...
Tim fell down the well. Who's Timmy?
It would get them away from Michael Bay stuff more if Bumblebee could talk the whole time. I feel like it's just a tiny wee minuscule thing that I want. So yeah, that's all my stuff. Is there any other things you think they should do?
I would like to see Devastator in the next movie. The OG.
Well, later on, yeah, Devastator would be cool.
The 5 or 6
big green and purple bastard
trucks. I would like to know who thought of like, we're going to have a construction yard filled with purple and green trucks.
Yeah.
And a silver grey yard, a construction yard. They just like, they had half buildings and everywhere, and just randomly in the middle, they had them scattered around in a circle of like 5 or 6 trucks, and the Decepticons went, we have a new idea.
I'm having all of that.
When they sort of done that weird Devastator who was and wasn't Devastator in the Michael Bay films.
It was, but it was bad.
But he looked like a weird lion thing.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Who fucking thought it was good to give him giant balls?
I know, yeah, I was going. And then they made jokes.
Just like they made a joke going, look, he has big balls. It's like, whoa, look at them.
My God.
And you saw them hitting together, and I'm like, no. You were going good so far, film, sort of. You made quite a few mistakes, but you could have saved it with a giant fight at the end. But then you showed balls. It's like, are you trying to plead to the masses? It's like, we're going to make a ball joke.
Damn you, Michael Bay.
We did see Laserbeak. We saw Ravage.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Laserbeak, and he had another one. I don't know if he has 2 more, but he has one that basically is a tiny guy, but he can cause earthquakes and volcanoes to erupt. The reason why is his hands transformed into giant pounder things, and he just smashes the earth. And for some reason, that tiny guy can defeat the whole Autobot team by just making the earth come up.
Is that his name? Pounder?
I hope it's not.
But yeah, you've seen his...
Go, Pounder! For that.
Seen his little cassette tapes things would be really cool, because in the Michael Bay ones we got Ravage, even though he looked weird.
Just Soundwave saying the word "Go Ravage."
Yeah,
it's
cool.
like I sort of preed.
Yeah, seeing Laserbeak and that would be cool indeed. I just want to see more Transformers, to be honest. More.
I just want to see all the original cast, like
more,
the G1 people.
Yeah, I'd like to see more characters that went in the Michael Bay stuff.
Or were in it and immediately got killed. In the background or on screen.
But I mean, yeah, I'd like to see them do more.
Fuck you, Michael Bay. Just gonna say that.
That's it, it's over.
I'm not even going to see your fucking last night.
But I mean, like, because he used a fair amount of them. I mean, like, there's other ones that weren't used.
He used a fair amount of them, but then made them bullshit.
Like, yeah. But I mean, like, there's a lot from the old show that haven't been in a movie. Like, Wheeljack's never been in one. He was in that for 2 seconds, so he'll be in the newer ones. There's a couple more guys. And they should really bring in ones that haven't really been used in movies before.
About Arachnid.
What the fuck is that?
She's like the nemesis. She had an original name. I don't know if that was her name, and she doesn't look like she does in the Prime series, but she's basically like the arch enemy. I can't see that word right. Enemy of RC. She's basically purple, black, and red, and she has a similar shape and body of RC, but she doesn't have the weird jetpack thing on her back.
Okay.
And she's like, she stands up to Megatron quite a lot, and she's like, "I'm not standing for your shit. I'm working with you. I don't work for you."
Yeah. Oh, that sounds quite cool.
And she's like quite the evil person. Like you think Megatron like
is bad.
Bad. She like Megatron has some leniency, and he knows when to stop because it's like, okay, I have no time for this shit. I'm just going to end this. I'm going to kill you all now.
Yeah.
While she's like, I'm going to spend the next few months torturing you. Like that's the type of person she is, and she's going to enjoy every minute of it.
That could also work with you saying RC should get a spin-off.
Yeah, because like what I said, like the skateboard that crashes down could end up being her.
Yeah, could be.
And that's a very good way of bringing her into the series. Yeah, and she might not die at the end of RC's film. It's just she defeats her, but then like the Decepticons, like one of them picks her up and brings them back to their bay, and they help her.
Yeah. Also, bring a new character and helps a spin-off get made.
And lead them into the main movies.
Yeah, because she could always come back. No, that's fine. But yes, she could always come back in a main movie. So yeah. Yes, there's a lot they can do.
I just think of so many things I would just want to fucking see.
Well, there's so many stories for Transformers, so many comics, so much backstory shit that hasn't been really looked at.
Oh, you said comics, and I just thought of someone.
Okay.
He's a giant ship, but he's also a Transformer.
Okay.
He basically looks like a giant Godzilla. He's giant and purple.
Damn. Okay.
And Megatron made him. Megatron got, I don't know if it was he got Shockwave, but they built a ship who's a Decepticon. And
damn.
He's a good and bad guy.
Okay.
Like, he's mostly bad, but he sometimes goes, I'm going to help those people.
Yeah.
And he played a main part in a certain series, and I've got a comic book in the house that's basically, it's like one of those, like, TP volumes where it's like it's got issue Suffin.
Okay.
Issue Suffin to Suffin.
Yeah.
And on the front cover, they're in this land or area of Cybertron where the Cybertrons don't die, they turn into zombies. If you get attacked by them, you turn into them.
Jeez, okay.
And the bit where like they hear a big knock on the door and the giant guy just knocks down the door. It's like, hi. It's like that funny picture of like the little stick figure kicking down the door going, holy fuck, guys. It's like him doing that, but then he starts crushing and destroying everybody, and it's like,
here's Godzilla.
And everybody's afraid of him, going, is he here to kill us or to help us? Because everybody knows like the moment they see him. So do you know that really cool big black ship they have which is really pointy? It's like small at one end, big at the other end.
Can't really remember.
The Decepticon giant ship.
Okay.
That's him.
Alright, damn. Cool.
But they sort of turn the ship into a Decepticon.
Right.
And then later on, they sort of like, because he's like not fully listening, or it's like he keeps like fucking up. They basically just fully turn him into a ship. It's like, okay, you're no longer getting a will.
See what I mean? There's so much stuff in Transformers that could be done in a film. It's
Also,
really
in
cool stuff.
the war and Fall of Cybertron, there's also that giant prime-looking white guy. Remember, he's a part of the land. Megatron, Optimus Prime wakes him up by going to his core, and then he's like,
is he not just Starship as well? Is that not the Ark? Isn't the Ark?
He's basically a giant cannon system. He's like a giant defense system. So
Okay.
he's basically a giant.
Yeah, I remember.
He's a giant military base.
I remember now. Yeah.
And Prime activates him with the Allspark and turns him into basically a giant looking Prime Colossus guy.
I remember now. Yeah,
and
the ship's cool.
that T-Rex Raptor Godzilla looking thing is about the same size as him.
Damn, just making them fight each other.
I'm sure at one point in the comics they do.
They probably have. So, yeah, is everyone what to talk about? You're kind of done now. Yeah.
I could go on, but
Yeah,
I need to hold myself back.
We're going to be here for ages. So, yeah, that's the third episode done. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully you'll be in the main one eventually for more episodes.
I'll be in for more.
Yeah.
I'd like to do this more.
Well, being on camera. And
being on camera and that I feel better, like...
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know why I feel a bit more awkward on like a Discord chat or something. Recording through that.
Hopefully I can get to the point where I'll have a table somewhere. Or somewhere we can go so we can
tabletop read.
Like just somewhere where we can all be in camera with microphones and stuff. So I'd like to build up to that, but yeah, for this episode we're just gonna have to be with us and hopefully Discord and we get better at reading through that instead. So thanks for listening, hope you enjoyed it, hope you maybe agree with what we think they should do later on, stuff they should introduce, and if there's anything you guys want to discuss, just leave them in the comments. I'll try and read them all depending on how much there is, and yeah, just chat about Transformers. Hopefully the next episode goes as well as this, because Jason's going to be on it. We know Jason from college. He's going to be in it. We're going to be talking about Batman Beyond, and
I might just join in and just nod and agree. Before the episode happens, I'll just go through the Beyond series and be like, guys, I briefly remember what I just watched.
So we're going to be talking about Batman Beyond movie because Kevin Smith brought it up again, who we think should be villains and all that stuff. But
Kevin Smith should be Batman.
But yeah, it should be maybe next week or something. So I'm looking forward to doing more on the podcast. Hope you're still enjoying it. I hope you come back for more. So thanks for listening and see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.